Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about Gram staining of bacteria. As we cannot see the microorganism by the bare naked eyes, there are some specific procedure by which we can see the microorganism with the help of microscope. There was a scientist named Hans Christian Gram. He found out a method of identifying specific type of bacteria on the basis of their shape, size, and color fixation. So different bacteria have different type of cell wall. Hans Christian Gram mainly studied on the cell wall difference, on the different cell wall which are present in the bacteria. So he identified that there are the basic difference between the cell wall. He had mainly identified the difference between the cell wall and found the method on the basis of which bacteria can be differentiated. The method which he found was considered to be Gram staining method of identification of bacteria. He classified bacteria on the basis of color fixation and gave them the name as Gram positive bacteria and Gram negative bacteria. The bacteria which fixes the color are considered to be Gram positive bacteria, and those who does not fix the color are considered to be Gram negative bacteria. What's the basic principle behind Gram staining? As I have told you that different bacteria have different type of cell wall. So the main thing which happens in Gram staining is that firstly the bacteria is stained by a particular dye which is considered to be primary stain. Then a mordant named chemical named mordant is used for fixing the primary stain. Next, a decolorizer is used for removing the primary stain which is fixed by the bacteria. If decolorizer removes the primary stain from the cell wall of the bacteria, then the bacteria is considered to be Gram negative, and if the primary stain is fixed even after applying the decolorizer, then the bacteria is considered to be Gram positive bacteria, because the Gram positive bacteria stain fixes the primary stain in their cell wall, and the Gram negative bacteria do not fix the primary stain in their cell wall. So this is the diagrammatic representation of the cell wall of Gram positive bacteria and Gram negative bacteria. Gram positive bacteria have two layers. First one is considered to be cytoplasmic membrane and second one is the cell wall. In the Gram negative bacteria there are three types of layer. First one is the cytoplasmic layer, similar to just like of Gram positive bacteria. Second one is the periplasm, and last one is the outer membrane. So cytoplasmic membrane is common in both. The difference lies here in the thickness of peptidoglycan. The cell wall of Gram positive bacteria have thick layer of peptidoglycan, while the cell wall of Gram negative bacteria have very thin layer of peptidoglycan. After this peptidoglycan layer, there is no any layer present in the Gram positive bacteria, but in the Gram negative bacteria there is a space named periplasmic space is present after peptidoglycan layer. After peptidoglycan layer, there is an outer layer which is made up of lipid and carbohydrate, considered to be lipid polysaccharide layer, is present in the Gram negative bacteria. Teichoic acid is present in the cell wall of Gram positive bacteria and absent in the Gram negative bacteria. Now what happens when we stain this bacteria? Firstly, we will talk about the Gram positive bacteria. When the primary stain, which is the crystal violet, is added on the smear of Gram positive bacteria, the crystal violet dye react with or interact with the layer, the cytoplasmic membrane of the Gram positive bacteria, and fixes there. When we add mordant, the loosely fixed crystal violet layer form a strong complex and present inside this layer, peptidoglycan layer. Lastly, when we add the decolorizer, which is the alcohol, the peptidoglycan layer shrinks, and whatever be the pores present in this layer got clogged. So these all pores which are present in this layer get clogged. So there is no way for release of the crystal violet which is fixed inside their cell wall. Lastly, when we add safranin, the safranin will get attached in the outer layer, which is easily washed when we wash the slide with water. So the main color which is fixed up by the gram positive bacteria is the crystal violet color, that is the purple color. Now what happens in the cell wall of gram negative bacteria? When we add the crystal violet dye, the crystal violet dye loosely interact with the cell wall of gram negative bacteria, which is just like the gram positive bacteria. After that, when we add mordant, they also form a strong complex with the cell wall of gram negative bacteria along with the crystal violet. But when we add the decolorizer, that is the alcohol, the outer layer of the gram negative bacteria get dissolved. The lipid and carbohydrate layer get dissolved and the peptidoglycan layer is open to be washed out by the decolorizer. So whatever crystal violet dye retained by the gram negative bacteria get washed up after addition of decolorizer, and this becomes colorless. Lastly, when we add the safranin stain or the last stain, the counter stain, the safranin dye get fixed up by the peptidoglycan layer of the gram negative bacteria, so it appears to be either pink or red in color. So this is the main principle which lies behind the gram staining procedure. Crystal violet get dissociated into crystal violet positive ion and chlorine negative ion. These ions penetrate inside the cell wall and cell membrane of both gram positive and gram negative bacteria. The crystal violet stain mainly interact with the cytoplasmic membrane of the gram positive and gram negative bacteria. Iodine is considered to be a mordant which is capable of fixing or which is capable of making a strong complex with crystal violet. So it fixes up the crystal violet both in gram positive bacteria and gram negative bacteria. Next, when we add the decolorizer, that is the alcohol, it interact with the component of the cell wall of both gram positive and gram negative bacteria. In case of gram positive bacteria, addition of alcohol led to the shrinkage of peptidoglycan layer and clogging of pores which are present in the cell wall of gram positive bacteria, resulting in the unremoval or fixation of crystal violet inside the peptidoglycan layer of the cell wall of gram positive bacteria. While in the gram negative bacteria, the lipid which is present in the outer layer of the cell wall of bacteria get dissolved after addition of alcohol, and whatever be the crystal violet retained by the peptidoglycan layer and the cytoplasmic layer of gram negative bacteria gets washed away, or the cell wall of the cell wall of gram negative bacteria become decolorized. After decolorization, when safranin is added, the gram negative bacteria fixes the safranin color, fixes the color which is given by safranin, and the gram positive bacteria do not fix up the safranin. That's why the gram negative bacteria appears to be purple in color, and gram negative bacteria appears to be red or pink in color, and the gram positive bacteria appears to be purple in color. One thing which you have to consider is that you have to take different droppers for addition of chemicals. What is the procedure of gram staining? That was a main principle behind the gram staining. Now what is the procedure? The Procedure of gram staining is divided into two parts. First one is the smear preparation of bacteria and second one is the staining one. In the smear preparation, what is a smear? Smear is mainly a dehydrated bacterial culture which is present on the slide. So for preparation of smear, a glass slide is taken and a thin layer of bacteria is spread on that. For preparation of smear, firstly you have to take a clean glass slide which is sterilized one. Now use a pencil and mark on the surface where you are going to make the smear. After then add a 1 drop of water at the center of the glass slide and with the help of inoculation loop just take a small amount of bacterial culture either from the slant culture which is made in the glass tube or from the petri plate and just spread over the glass slide, which results in the formation of thin layer of bacterial culture on the glass slide. After that, leave it and dry at the room temperature. Air dry at the room temperature. After air drying that culture, fix that culture with the help of flame, with the help of heat, which is considered to be heat fix. This thing is considered to be heat fix procedure. After the bacterial culture get fixed by the heat, it will not get washed away with the water or chemical which you will use in the staining procedure. So heat fixing is the most important procedure for staining purpose. One thing I have told you that you have to use different dropper for adding the chemical on the glass slide. Never use single dropper for all the chemical, especially in the case of decolorizer, because the main purpose of decolorizer is to wash away all the chemical from the cell wall of that particular bacteria. Take the glass slide which has smear on the surface of that, add smaller amount of crystal violet on the smear area, tilt the glass slide to the 45 degree, leave it for 1 minute. After 1 minute, wash it off with the help of tap water or with the help of distilled water which is present in the wash bottle. After washing it off, add smaller amount of iodine solution on the smear surface, leave it for 1 minute. After 1 minute, wash it off with the help of water. After washing it off, add smaller amount of decolorizer. The time duration for adding decolorizer is less as compared to the other chemical. Use the decolorizer until all the color get washed away. So you have to use the decolorizer you have to keep the decolorizer only for 20 to 30 minutes. Then after adding the decolorizer, wash it off. Then lastly add the safranin. After addition of safranin, leave it for 1 minute. Lastly, wash the surface of slide with the help of water. Dry it with the help of blotting paper. After it get completely dried, use the slide and see the microorganisms which are present in the smear, which get stained by the different type of dye. The microscope has 3 type of lenses. First one is the 10x, 40x and 100x. You can see the microorganism on 10x and 40x clearly, but if you have to use the 100x, for more magnification you have to use a oil immersion microscope and have to use an immersion oil for having a better look for the microorganism. These are different type of staining procedure which are used for different microorganism. Like gram staining is used for categorizing the bacteria into gram positive or gram negative Zell-Nelson staining is used for staining or detecting acid-fast Bacillus bacteria. Malachite green staining procedure is used for staining the bacterial endospore. Crystal violet staining method is used for detection of bacterial spore. For detection of bacterial DNA, Robino staining method is used. For bacterial capsule staining method is used. There are few precautions which you have to consider while making the smear and while doing the staining process. First thing, that you have to use very small amount of the bacterial culture, because if you take large amount of bacterial culture, the colony which is visible in the microscope will be dense and you are unable to identify the basic structure of the bacteria or the basic arrangement. Either they are present either they are present in single form or in the colony. So these are the things which you have to consider. Take very small amount of inoculum for preparation of a smear. The glass slide which you are taking must be clean. It should be properly sterilized. You have to add a small drop of water before before putting the bacterial culture on the glass slide. If the bacterial culture is very thick, you have to dilute that first and then you have to make the smear. Heat fixing is most important procedure. When you make the smear, after air drying the glass slide, you have to fix the bacterial culture with the help of heat, because heat fixing is most important procedure. Do not use the dropper which you are using for alcohol or decolorizer for adding any other chemical. So these are few precautions which you have to consider when doing these procedures. This is the diagrammatic view of the gram staining process. You have to keep the glass slide at an angle of 45° when you add the different dyes and chemicals on the glass slide. The bacteria which you will see in the microscope will appear somewhat like this. The gram positive bacteria will appear like this, purple in color, and gram negative bacteria of red or pink in color. If you see it very clearly or if you observe very sincerely, you can identify the shape of bacteria. It may be rod shaped, comma shaped, oval shaped, or the arrangement of bacteria, whether they are present single or in the colony form or in the branched